Fatou Bensouda came to see what the violence from almost 5 years ago still means to some of its victims. She toured the pipeline camp for displaced people on the outskirts of Nakuru, the town that saw some of the worst clashes after the elections in 2007. Some 3,000 people live here. In all, there are about 16 camps like this, squalid informal settlements with no services. They've done their best to make it feel like home, and some of its newest residents know no other life, but the bitterness still runs deep. The prosecutor is here to gather evidence against those who are seen at the top of the chain of command, who are responsible for organising the violence. But her visit has also reignited a fierce debate about what should happen to the people that carried out those orders, and almost all of those have never seen a court. In the days after the elections, law and order collapsed. About 1,300 people were killed and 350,000 more were driven from their homes. For all the appearance of anarchy, it is now clear that key politicians and businessmen organised, armed and financed the gangs who did most of the killing. After her tour, Fatou Bensouda heard from the camp residents. Most of them know who their attackers were. This was political violence fought out amongst neighbours. The International Criminal Court's search for justice is focused on the top 4 alleged perpetrators, but for the victims still suffering, that's not enough.
Those who broke our legs, those who burned our houses and killed should be arrested and taken to court. They must say who gave them the money to do this.
The prosecutor's visit comes in the heat of another volatile election campaign in which 2 of the men wanted in The Hague are also leading presidential candidates. But she says the timing is just a coincidence.
Ours is a judicial process, and what we want to do is to bring justice. Justice for those who suffered the post-electoral violence. It is a separate process. It is not part of the elections. It is not part of the politics.
That might be so, but this visit will still have profound political implications. It has raised the question of justice for crimes almost 5 years old, at the most explosive period here since the last elections. Peter Greste, Al Jazeera, at the pipeline camp for displaced people in Kenya's Rift Valley.